Hey, what's up guys? In this video we're going to take a look at a serene Atlantic Ocean. I've also got some new sky phenomena photos to share with you guys. Also 4 video clips of unusual lights in the sky spanning from coast to coast. But first, back to the East Coast, we're looking at the Atlantic Ocean. Photograph taken by Cheryl back on January the 4th, just a couple of days ago. It was sent to me by Becky and it was out of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, looking at the sunrise on that day. Also on that day, interesting side note, we were entering perihelion, and that would be our closest approach to the sun all year long. Actually, it was January 4th going into January the 5th. Something unusual about this photograph is there's no waves on the ocean on this day. I don't know if it was simply a coincidence that Earth was entering perihelion. At the same time, you're looking at the Atlantic Ocean with no waves anywhere for miles. As far as you can see, all the way to the horizon, I mean, there's not a wave or a white cap anywhere. It looks like a giant lake. That's very unusual. I lived in Florida for several years, went to the ocean many times, and I never once saw the ocean that calm. But I will, in the future, on perihelion, I will be looking for pictures of all of the oceans and see if maybe this was just a coincidence. Maybe the Earth's location influenced the jet streams, the wind, the ocean currents, at least temporarily, because right there is a very rare photograph. You hardly ever see any ocean that calm. So maybe a coincidence, don't know. Great photograph, thanks for sharing, Becky. Now we're going to look at a collection of small video clips that have been sent in here recently, and I'm just going to share them with you in one video instead of making a video about each one, because they're all about unusual lights in the sky. Each video clip is maybe 20 to 30 seconds long. This one here we're going to start with is out of Mansfield, Texas, and it was taken right here, January the 5th, looking up into the sky, and you're going to see some lights, probably anywhere from 30 to 40. They noticed them as they were pulling into their driveway, got out, started filming these lights, and then ran into the house. That's the reason they stopped filming, because that's one question I do ask when you see something unusual in the sky and you maybe stop the video before the event is over. Why did you quit? And I did ask that question here because you're going to see they stopped the video as the lights are still in the sky. And if you notice up here, it almost looks like something parked up in the upper left-hand part of the screen. And then you've got all of these blinking lights, which very well could be drones, but you got one moving in the opposite direction there. Not something you see every day, but they ran into the house to get their parents who were inside to come out and take a look at the lights. And then by the time they got outside, they were gone. Here's a close-up view of the lights. You can see this one in the middle moving in the opposite direction at a much faster speed. And then watch in the upper left-hand corner, you're going to see something that looks quite large. Don't know what to make of it, guys. Pretty cool, whatever it is, out of Mansfield, Texas. There it is right there. It's got a blinking red light on the front. Watch. Right there. I put it in slow motion. Looks like something here. I tried to modify the dark and light, and I could not find anything else but what you see right there. So I don't know if that's a craft, if that's some sort of a weird reflection. These are definitely not reflections. Those are some sort of orbs, whether they be drones. They definitely don't look like Chinese lanterns. There's that object again up in the upper left-hand corner. Again, I worked on that for quite some time to try to pull forward any other features other than what we see right there, and I couldn't. So anyway, cool video out of Mansfield, Texas, taken on January the 5th, yesterday of 2020. Now we're going to Wake Forest, North Carolina. What we're looking at here, to me, looks like a triangle in the sky. A gentleman by the name of Trey was sitting in his car and noticed 3 lights off in the distance. If you pay close attention, you'll be able to see that these 3 lights move in near perfect unison, like they're part of something much larger. We're going to look at the original video here, and it's about 20 seconds long, and then I zoom in really tight. And at one point, I actually go fast forward so you can see these objects move quicker, and they do move in unison like they're attached to something much larger. To me, it looks like a triangle craft over there hovering above those homes. Really a cool video. Great observation by Trey out of Wake Forest, North Carolina. So here we're zooming in, and I've got it in slow motion, and then I'm going to speed it up, and you're going to be able to see this thing kind of rotate, and all the lights move together at the same time, same speed. They're the same brightness. So I think they're part of something much bigger, more than likely some sort of a triangle craft. We're seeing more and more of these things all over the world, so not really too surprised. Coastal California got some sort of a revolving orb. Video taken by Adam back on December 27th. Here I zoom in really close, and you can see this thing is spinning quite rapidly. And you're going to see one after this video out of Idaho that looks like the same exact thing. A little over 500 miles away on a different day, but these objects that you're going to see look almost identical. Slightly different color, maybe, but they're about the same size. Here I zoom in real close, slow it down, and you can clearly see this thing. It appears to be changing shape, but I think that's because it's rotating so fast. It gives us the appearance of changing shape, but it's actually not. So after this, we're going to go up to Idaho, and you're going to see one that looks nearly the same. Post Falls, Idaho. Here we go. Taylor W. noticed a craft of some sort up in the sky right there. Looks very much like the one from California that Adam took. When I zoom in, you can see it too. Looks like it's rotating very, very quickly. Does appear to be a slightly different color. It's got some blues and purples that I didn't see on the other one, but it does have some of the same red. Here they are side by side. One on the left is from Idaho, and the one on the right is from California. They're about the same height in the sky, appear to be rotating very, very quickly. But in this day and age, with as many drones that are up in the sky at any given time, you just never know anymore. I mean, there's drone activity right now up in Colorado that nobody seems to know where it's coming from. So don't know what those are. I just found them interesting, guys. Here's some new sky phenomena I want to share that have been sent in recently. Bali sunset, sent in by Taban S. from Melbourne. While he was in Bali, Cape Cod, Chris noticed a very unusual hole punch cloud in the sky that actually looks like a giant peanut. How about that? That's kind of strange. El Cajon, California, Jason P. noticed a big giant X up in the sky. Germany, Roland, we're seeing more and more of these very fiery orange sunsets and sunrises. This one here was sent to me by Ron, and I'm assuming that's the sun or that is a hot air balloon. Photo was taken out of New Hampshire by an Uber driver, shared with me by Ron. This one here is the sun with a big halo, sent in by Shonda from Georgia. A lot of busy cloud activity around it. Oxnard, California, Verna looking out over Channel Harbor. Another spectacular sunset. Wendy's One Heart World from Long Beach, California. Awesome view of the sunset from Long Beach, Fairview, Oregon. Blondie 78 of a big blue line in the sky. Look at that. Almost looks like some sort of a hybrid roll cloud or something. Never seen anything quite like that one. Speak Simple 87. Gravity waves tucked together up in the sky. Looks like George Washington's hair. DJ Treasoner out of Poland. Spectacular double halo around the sun. Sarasota, Florida. Fendel of a fiery sunrise with what looks like a couple of biplanes going through the photograph as they were getting the spectacular sunrise or sunset. Sunset here by Shirley. Bright orange like a big pumpkin on the horizon. Northeast Ohio, for real, for real. Big rainbow up in the sky. UK, this is part of a video that Tom sent me, and what he was filming were these what look like polar stratospheric clouds down in the United Kingdom. And I took a still image from the video and I pulled the color forward, as he said the colors were quite amazing way down in the United Kingdom. Skywaves, photo sent in by Gerald B. Not exactly sure of the location here, but very cool photograph. Emerald Isle, Lori M. Purple, pink, light gray sunset. Purple skies here out of Germany, sent in by Rob. Wow, just one big purple cloud. And this cloud here looks like a mountain range, sent in from Princeton, North Carolina by B-Rad V. And those are clouds parked on the ground. Look at that. Looks like a huge mountain. Just incredible. Channahon, Illinois, Orion's Link of a fiery sunset. Look at those clouds. Here's a very unusual pink roll cloud or something up in the sky, sent in by Christina from Southern Australia. One long roll cloud that at the time the video was taken, this is actually a video clip, was bright pink. Good observation. Lisa Jordan sent in this picture of a massive wedge cloud up in the sky. Just saw one like that up over Toronto a few days ago. Very, very similar. It was just going the opposite direction. Randall P. from New Mexico. Got a couple of clouds that are wedge-shaped that are going vertical. Justin from North Kentucky. Same type of phenomenon here. Got a triangle wedge-shaped cloud. Hutchinson, Kansas. Thalia M. And then finishing up the slideshow with this very rare-looking Atlantic Ocean. Looks like a ice rink for as far as you can see in all directions. And again, that is out of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Great photograph. Good observation, guys. Keep the photos coming. If you have photos you'd like to share, you can send those to reports at MrMBB333.com. All of the photos end up here at the Sky Phenomena Photo Gallery at the website. Sometimes I use the pictures in a video slideshow, just like you saw right here. Thanks for watching. Have a super day, and be safe out there.